Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, good. What's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. All right, so I have been waiting for this signing since the off season. Yeah. And if anybody knew what I'm talking about, you probably have seen some of my early videos during the off season and some of my tweets on X, because the Indiana Fever finally did something that they should have did in the offseason by bringing this young lady in to help with defense, scoring, of real veteran presence, has experience, been around the league, knows what it takes to win, is a WNBA champion. Yes, no other than Ariel Powers. Yes, the Indiana Fever signed her today to a hardship contract. And the thing about it is, if the Indiana Fever had got her early in the season or in the off season and paired her up with Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hall, you probably would have had the best defensive tandem trio on this team, because she's 31, not that much older. She's a 9-year vet. She's been in the league. She started her career out with Dallas. Then she played for Cheryl Reeves. I'm going to get into that in a minute because there's some history between Ariel Powers and Cheryl Reeves. But nevertheless, the Indiana Fever had to make this signing because I had a feeling Ariel Powers was going to be the one to replace Sophie Cunningham. I wish we had got her. We wasted so much time. There were so many different players in the offseason that I have did videos to that would have been a great fit for the Indiana Fever. Now, some people don't think Ariel Powers is a great fit, but if you go through her history, see what kind of player she is. I started watching Ariel Powers last year when the Fever started playing the Atlanta Dream, and I seen how well she plays. She gets to the basket, she could drive to the basket, she could play defense on your best player. I have seen her win up against Jackie Young. I've seen her win up against Kelsey Plum. I've seen her win up against numerous other players, and she gets up in them. And she's feisty, and she talks that talk, and she's that dog. Yes, that's the kind of person the Indiana Fever needs. Somebody that can bring that intensity level and get the crowd hyped. That's the kind of person she is. This is somebody that Caitlin Clark would have loved to play with if Caitlin Clark was healthy, because she could play. You could put her and Lexi Hall on the floor together, and trust me, defensively, you're going to get a lot. She could run the floor, and I'm gonna get to her playing style in a few minutes. She could run the floor. She could do all the things that we need. But I'm not gonna waste too much time. I'm gonna show you a couple of clips of her arriving in Indiana. I think she was there last night. I think she came last night. I think they held her because when Chloe Peterson tweeted last night and said that Amber Cox said that they are going to sign a replacement for Sophie, a wing player, today, that told me all I need to know. They already have somebody picked out. So I think Ariel Powers was already there and everything like that.
I don't know if y'all allowed to post anything.
So that's her arriving in Indy today. She did took to X and posted in the Indiana Fever gym, and she had a lot of great things to say. If you go back to the All-Star game last year, she did interview Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston at the All-Star game. She's a well-known content creator. She does a lot of vlogs. She played in China. She played a lot of places overseas. So Ariel Powers is going to bring what this Fever team needs energy. They need energy with this team right now. They need a lot of energy. They need. Oh man, I'm looking for something. I can't even find what I was looking for. Yeah, but anyway, so let's go down. Let's go down to some information real quick. So, because I want to make sure I get everything lined up for y'all. So, Ariel Powers' playing style. She's known as an athletic, versatile guard with a strong offensive skill set, with a high motor, just like Sophie Cunningham, high motors, just like Lexi Hall, high motor. That's the kind of players you need. High energy that can move, run the floor, play great defense, and you don't need nobody that's running slow. Now, I've been saying that the Indiana Fever do need another big to back up Aaliyah Boston, but we need to get rid of some of the bigs that we have. We need, if you're gonna get bigs, make sure they're athletic bigs and they can run the floor. Right now, we don't have a lot of athletic bigs that can run the floor, and they move pretty slow. And we don't need that. We need somebody that's going to move faster and get things done and be able to deal with some of the teams that we face. Now, Ariel Powers, she is primarily a scorer known for her ability to attack the basket, finish strong, and also knock down mid-range jumpers and three-pointers. And this is something I had said in the offseason when I was scouting her, that she doesn't hit a high clip three, but she can hit that three and she can attack the basket. That's what you need, a person that can attack the basket. Say for instance, last night as she was playing with the Fever, and I kept saying this in my live stream, that the Fever need to attack the basket, get fouls on their bigs. We wasn't able to do that. We wasn't able to get fouls on their bigs, and their bigs had their way with the Indiana Fever, especially in that third quarter. If you had a person that could get to the basket and draw fouls and able to kick out, and like I said, she also can run point too. She can run the point guard position a little bit as well. So you need somebody like that, somebody with that aggressiveness that could get to the basket. Now she's six. They got her listed as 5'11", but she actually is 6 foot. She's around the same height as Caitlin. So with that being said, we don't know the severity of the rest of the injuries with Chloe Bibby. Hopefully she's good. If Chloe Bibby could play tomorrow night, then that will be a plus. If Odyssey Sims is not too banged up, if she could play tomorrow night, and with the addition of her, Ariel Powers, and you have Shea Petty, then this team could be a little bit more faster, a little bit more better on defense, and able to neutralize some of the things that Minnesota did to us last night in the third quarter. But anyway, so they say her playing style is often described as energetic, physical, sometimes compared to a forward due to her size, 5'11", and strength. Like I said, they got a list of 5'11", but she's more like 6 foot. So now, um, keys to her game, like I said, physicality, strength. She loves to play physical. She loves to get up in you. That's the kind of person you need. That's like how Ari McDonald was. Get up in you, physical, rattle you, make you get the ball out. I'm going to love. I hope she does well in these 7-day stretch where they could sign her to the rest of the season, because I do want to see her go against a Kelsey Plum. She had her and Kelsey Plum had a battles when Kelsey Plum was playing with the Vegas Aces last year in Atlanta Dream. Now she was averaging, I think she averaged in her year with when she was with Minnesota, she was averaging like 14 points a game. So she can't score. Um Let's say she's a microwave scorer off the bench. She has to demonstrate the ability to be an impact player coming off the bench, providing instant offense. That's what we need. That is what we need. We need somebody to come and impact the game right away, give us instant offense when our offense is struggling. I said this a lot. That's why I say, if they had signed her in the offseason, along with with Sophie and Lexi, this team would have been to me, I felt like would have been in a better shape, because you would have good bench scoring. Now, like I said, the Ari McDonald situation, unfortunate. You would love to have somebody like her, with the mix. You would love to see Kate back and everything like that. But nonetheless, we're here now. They say her defense capability, her strength and agility allows her to guard multiple positions effectively. She can guard multiple positions effectively. That means she could guard the one, the two, and the three. So that makes it her. That makes her and Lexi on the floor very compatible. Imagine her and Lexi on the floor together, and they trapping. They playing hard defense. I'm looking forward to see her and Lexi on the floor because now say that you use her and Lexi to trap somebody like a Kayla McBride out there, or Courtney Williams or Natisha Hyman will get the ball out their hand, make somebody else beat them, rattle them. And it's going to be extra motivation for Area Powers too to play against Cheryl Reeves in her first game back. Wow, that's going to be something. And imagine we pick up the win. That's going to be something special too. Now, as I've been talking about on and on, now let's go to this situation between Area Powers and Sherry. So the beef between Area Powers and Minnesota Lynx coach Sherry Reeves stemmed from Powers decreasing playing time and public dissatisfaction with her role in 2023, which culminated in Powell's expression a desire to lead the team. After a strong 2022 season, Powell's minutes were significantly cut in 2023 following an injury, leading to a public complaints from Powell's and negative comments from Reeves in a press conference. This situation eventually leads to Powell's to seek a new organization, and the tension between these two was evident, even leading Reeves to change seats to avoid sitting next to Powers at a later event, as seen in a TikTok video. Wow. So there's some real beef there, real beef. High hopes and success in 2022. Powers joined the Lynx, aiming to play for a championship winning coach like Reeves and have a successful 2022 season, leading the team in scoring that year. She led the Minnesota Lynx in 2022 in scoring. So I guess I don't even know if I don't know if Nafisha Carlier was there or not. I don't know. So clash of personalities. The relationship between Powers and Reeves deteriorated due to conflict in personalities and differing approach of the game, leading to a frosty dynamic. Hmm, pretty interesting. Injuries and reduced role in 2023. Powers battled an ankle injury in 2023 season, but even after recovering, her playing time was drastically reduced, with her averaging only 10 minutes per game. Wow. Powers public satisfaction. Powers battled an ankle injury early in 2020. No, oh, I just read that. With her expressed her frustration and made it known that she was looking forward to playing for another organization following that season. Now, Cheryl Reeves' comment on the situation in the press conference also added the tension, and she emphasized that players need to earn their minutes through good practice habits. After aftermath, toxic team culture. Powell's girlfriend posted on Twitter suggesting a toxic team culture within the Lynx organization. Evident animosity. The animosity was so apparent that at a later event, Reeves was even seen quickly changing seats to avoid sitting next to her former player, Eric Powers, according to a TikTok video. Ultimately, Powers did not stay with the Lynx and sought a move to a team, continue her career with different organizations. Wow. So tomorrow night's game gonna be spicy. It's going to be spicy. But nevertheless, I'm glad we got her. I'm glad that the Fever picked up somebody. Now I hope Ariel Powers definitely will make a niche with this Indiana Fever team. Now she did got picked up by the Golden State Valkyries early in the year, but she didn't play. She really didn't play, and then later on was cut. But I think she's going to make a mark with the Indiana Fever. I do believe that Indiana Fever will eventually sign her for the rest of the season, and that right there will be pretty good going into the playoffs. So let's see what happens. Congratulations, Ariel Powers. Welcome. You are Indiana Fever. Looking forward to seeing you play. Excited. I've been waiting for this. I've been calling on for this for the longest. I've been speaking about her for the longest in a lot of videos. Um, the Indiana Fever definitely need more wing players, faster wing players out on the perimeter. It can't just be Lexi Hall, and Ariel Powers is going to help that real good. Like I said, we don't know anything about Odyssey Sims and her injury and Chloe Bibby and her injury. So if something was to come about, I will bring you the news and everything like that, because that's what I do. Live Wire Sports Media. Subscribe to the channel. Until the next episode, I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment.